everybody, it's Craftin Just Because with Chris Cowan, and I'm here today to bring you a fun card that we're using, the brand new bundle Pansy patch that is featured in the new catalog that goes live effective May 4th. And I love the sentiments, love the font that they used, but this stamp set is a build upon stamp set, so you could do different colors and layer it up and get different effects. But then it also has coordinating dies, and you can cut the pansies out with the dies, but you could also use the dies and cut them at a full cardstock and have cardstock pansies as well. So I love the versatility of this set. I think it's definitely a must-have. The designer series paper uses all the in colors, which I am in love with the in colors. And we're also going to be using the loose flower flourishes, which are these little epoxy gems that are 3D, and they come in 3 of the new in colors. So what we're going to need is our paper trimmer. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring in some cardstock. Now, if you're new to watching me, my blog will have all the measurements and directions below. But if you're following along, you can just go ahead and cut your cardstock as well. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5. And what you're going to do is on the 5.5 inch side, you're going to line up the right-hand side at 4.5. And then you're going to take your blade and you're going to cut from 1 inch down to 5.25 inches. So from 1 inch down to 5.25. Okay. Then you're going to flip it over to the other side. Do the same thing. Line the right hand side up at 4.5. And then you're going to cut from 5.25 inches all the way to 1. Okay. Now we're going to turn it to the 8.5 inch side. I apologize for that. And we are going to score partial scores. So we're going to put it at 1 inch, and we're just going to score to the cut line on the outside edges. So I'm going to go ahead and score to that 1 inch line, and then I'm going to pick up my blade or score to the, to the edge of the paper. Then you're going to move it down to 2 inches, score to that cut line, and then up again to the cut line. And then you're going to do the same thing at 5.25 inches. Score, pick it up, score. Okay, now we're going to do something different. We're going to put our paper at 4.25 inch, and you're going to score from the cut line to the cut line on the inside. Okay, that's all there is to it. We can get rid of our trimmer. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to take these 2 little score lines down at the bottom, and you're going to score them down. Whoops. Oh no, hold on, my friends. I scored it on the wrong end. Hold on just a second. You want the cut ends closer to your blade here, your right hand side. So I'm just going to do those just one more time. Make sure I have that right. Okay. Sorry for the confusion. So when you're scoring your lines, you want to make sure that the cut is closer to your right hand side. Okay, so you're going to fold that first score line down, Then the second score line, you're going to fold up. And then the 5 1/4 inch score line, you're going to fold down. Okay. And you're going to just score or fold it down just like that. Okay, so you kind of have this 3D effect. Next, we cut some designer series paper, and the measurements I used, I did this for the front and in the inside. I used a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch piece. So I did one out of basic white, one out of the designer series paper. Then I did the sides 3/4 inch by 2 inches. And then I did the bottom 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. Okay, so let's glue all those pieces right on down. I'm going to start with the inside of my card. I'm going to fold that shut. Then I'm going to put my designer series paper down. Oops. Okay. Okay. Then what I went ahead and did is I cut some shapes out. I cut the stems just using the evening evergreen. And I flipped one around so that I could put the flower going the other way. And then I also punched a sprig using our sprig punch just to add some floral. And then I stamped and die cut out using polished pink and fresh freesia as the flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. I'm going to just put my bone folder there to kind of keep it closed for us. So what I did is I just put a teeny tiny bit of glue down at the ball of the flower, and then I glue my stem right on top of it, just like that. And I'm going to do that on each one, and then I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that to the card. And one I'm going to place up just a little higher, like they're really growing. So add a little bit of glue to this ball of the flower there, and then glue that on down. And then I'm just going to add my sprig right just down into the center of that, just to add more greenery, more oomph. Oops. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a little flower there in the center. I'm going to use the bigger of the flowers. And I just add a little bit of dot glue on the back and just kind of press it down like that. Then I'm going to push that up for a moment, let that dry for just a moment. And we're going to come in and we're going to stamp our sentiment. And I'm going to use the evening evergreen. And then let me get a stamp here. Let's do happy birthday. It's always fun to have a birthday card. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I do want to show you, because I just had one sitting here. This is what the pansies look like just using the cardstock. So I layered all the colors and pieces together. Okay. Go ahead and open up our stamp. These shapes that I'm using for the sentiment are cut from the Happy Hippo dies, which I just love the shapes for those. Okay, let me put that back, and then we will assemble the rest of our card here. Okay. So I'm just going to layer those on the layering dies. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some dimensionals to the back. Just like that. And then I'm going to add the teeny tiny floral pieces just on the edges. So I'm going to just do a little squirt of glue, and then I'm going to come in and add a flower. Oops. Just like that. And that's our card. So thank you guys for following along with me and joining me today for this project. You will see future projects with this stamp set coming up, so stay tuned to my blog. And as always, have fun crafting, my peeps. Bye-bye.